Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris-Anne. Website in the back of the book here is chris-anne with an e.com. It's at the bottom of that paragraph with Chris-Anne's picture there. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards. You Are Clairvoyant. Oracle cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website on the back, rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as an apple, use an umbrella. Okay. What do we have for Leo? Leo. I don't know, there's a whole song with it. Oh. There's two cards that came up with Aries that you just got. All these coming out? Like all of them? Okay. There's a card. You've got a lot of cards coming out here, Leo. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? There's people all over the place. People all over the place. For the love of it. Okay, so... Oh, where did that come from? So you got the Ace of Cups like lurking over here. I literally must have put it down. I just don't recall it. I don't know if it fell out or if I put it down, but it's just hanging out here. So whatever this is, there's a lot of good here. There's a lot of good. I think you're going to be fine. Leo can roll with it. I know that. You guys are good. It's just, there's a lot going on. Somebody's trying to give you a difficult time. You got the Hierophant, and then you got this Ace of Wands. You're moving towards your next endeavor. There's something got your eye. There you're going to go. You have a lot of information on this subject already. So this might be one of those situations where maybe you've dabbled in a little bit of this here, a little bit of that there. You've learned this here, you've learned that there. You seem to have a collection of information that's going to aid you in the next pursuit. I just feel like there's a lot of pieces coming into focus, like a lot of pieces falling into place with this next situation. You have a lot of intellect behind you on this next endeavor. I feel like somebody's kind of giving you a hard time, like, Leo, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, you actually do. They don't know that, but they're thinking you're just winging it and like you're just going to make it happen however you need to, which is not wrong for Leo. You do make things happen however you need to. You do have more behind you than they realize. It's kind of like if you worked in a couple different financial places in the last few years, and maybe you worked in sales, and maybe you worked in construction, and maybe you've had like a few different jobs, but you've learned different things about dealing with people and dealing with maybe accounts payable or whatever. All this information is pooling in, and you know more than they realize. You have a lot of different sets of information that are all going to come into play in this next situation. People don't seem to believe in you, and they are looking to set you up to fail. Well, that's rotten to do anyway, but they're going to be the ones who are surprised because you know more than they realize. And that's fine. Because they really don't think you know what you're doing. I give it 2 weeks, you're going to have this all wrapped up where it needs to go. You also have allies, and you know where to talk to people. You know who to talk to, you know who to get the information from. You're definitely going to make this work. You got this under wraps. You got the Empress overseeing the whole situation. Somebody else here is another ally. This is somebody else who's like, they know that you can do this, and they're also going to give you all the resources you possibly could need to make sure it works out. You got a lot of people at play here. A lot of people at play, which maybe that's normal for Leo, but like, I'm a Pisces, so this isn't normal for me, but for some reason, for me, this is overwhelming. For you, I feel like you're fine. For me, this does feel like, it's like, there's a lot of people everywhere. I feel like you're completely fine with it. There's a lot of people, like, oh my goodness. You're also coming in quietly. You've got that dark horse energy here. So, in case you're not familiar with the dark horse energy, the way I understand it, just to be fair, it's kind of like if you're in a horse race, say there's like 17 horses, just for argument's sake, you start off dead last. But you're a darker horse. People aren't seeing you, people don't notice you. And you just keep getting closer and closer and closer until finally you're in the lead. People just weren't seeing you until you were finally in the lead. And then all of a sudden, like, what? How did Leo get in the lead? Leo was dead last. How did Leo get in the lead? That's what I get by the dark horse for you. You're gonna pull this dark horse moment where people aren't really paying attention to you. I feel like you're too busy figuring it out, putting it together, making sure it works right. Your energy is all centered there. So you're not really communicating with what's going on. You're just kind of getting things done. You're communicating in the sense of like, tell me how this works. Tell me what this is. Okay, this and that. And like you're pooling information and you're making it work. You're very centered on that. By the time you're out in the front, you're leading the race. People are like, how did Leo get up there? Like, what happened? When did that happen? You're not looking to shock people. You just do. There's some weird energy around you. This energy, I feel like there's this energy of somebody who's just waiting for you to fail. What are you supposed to do with that? It's there. I don't know. I feel like that's going to double back on somebody. You got the Four of Wands. And then you got the 18. This person, they're not a changing energy. So whoever's waiting for you to fail is constantly waiting for it. Just don't expect them to ever be your ally. I think that's what we're trying to say here. Like, I don't think you should be, like, worried about them, but don't ever feel like they're your ally. Does that make sense? Like, they're never going to back you up. They seem to have this attitude from the very beginning that you don't know what you do, even though you do. And even after you prove it, they're still convinced you don't know what you're doing. They're just not willing to give you credit. Don't ever expect it. They're saying don't look for it. Don't try to get it. Don't waste your time. Let that sort itself out. Because that person's going to aggravate other people. The less you deal with it, the more other people have to deal with it, and that's how that should work. Because if you leave it to where it is, other people notice it a lot more. And it might get a little loud at times, and it's going to aggravate other people, and other people are going to shut that down and give that person a hard time. If you address it, it just stays between you and them, and they just keep getting away with it, and that's not helpful. I mean, Leo doesn't usually keep quiet. When you're not happy, you say something. I know that. But I just feel like don't give it any stock. Don't expect that person to like you. Don't expect that person to give you accolades when you deserve it. Just ignore it. If you never expect it to happen, I don't feel like it annoys you. If you're hitting this one level where you've finally proven, like, obviously I know what I'm doing, and then they try to, like, double it back on you or make it look like you really don't, that's going to aggravate you, and then that's when you're going to say something. If you never expect it, though, it doesn't bother you. So I'm just saying, just don't expect it. That's all they're saying. Move on from it. Just let it pass. You got a lot of other people here who do, especially when you come out as the leader with this dark horse feeling. There's a horse in the background. And the camera looks just like a shadow, but I see it on the card. When I look at it in person, I can see that horse. People are going to love that you're the dark horse. They're going to love it because they're just wondering what else you can do that they don't know. Stick by those people who actually sing your praises. Stick by those people. What is this? Why is this a thing? You got a lot going on here, Leo. Have I mentioned? Haven't mentioned. What is this? Like, why are we even... There's going to be people who try to get you to work better with this energy who doesn't like you. Stay open to it. Do not pursue it. Do yourself that favor. You're definitely not afraid of it, but leave it to this person to make that right. Stay open to it. Do not pursue it. Because there's somebody here trying to get this to work out. If you pursue it, this person is just going to make it, they're going to make it difficult. They're going to cause upsets and problems and bottlenecks. And I just wouldn't do it. It's just kind of wasting your time. If you try to pursue it, it's going to end up wasting your time in the long run. Time you could be more successful with doing other things. Somebody keeps trying to get involved. They keep trying to mediate between you and them. And first of all, you're not the problem. They're the problem. So why you have to be the one to help? Why you have to make the extra effort to make something right that you're not even doing anything wrong? I don't get that, but whatever. I mean, I know we're all adults, blah 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 blah. And I don't know. It's annoying to me. Stay open to it. Don't pursue it. That's the best I can tell you. Because somebody keeps trying to like merge you and this energy together. The other side wants nothing to do with you. Don't pursue it. Don't waste your time. Don't do that. Your energy, I know you got a lot of energy, but it could be much more lucrative in a different direction. Not everybody's going to get along in this situation. This other person, there might be this person who constantly wants you and this person who doesn't like you to get along. It's not you that's not willing to get along. It's them. So it's like you can't tell. What are you supposed to do? Like, you know what I mean? You can handle your attitude, and there's nothing wrong with your attitude. It's their attitude. You can't fix their attitude. I feel like you play nice. They don't, but you do. Just, again, when this comes into play with this person, just stay open to it. Don't pursue it. You'll be fine. That's all it takes. Because when you pursue it, that's when they kind of find ways to become a problem. If you do pursue it, I think that's when you're going to have this stress. If you don't pursue it, other people have that stress, and they can own that. If they're so hell-bent in making that work out right, let them have the stress, because this person doesn't want to get along with you, and that's not your fault. I just keep getting on the soapbox about that, don't I? Overall, with this situation, though, you got a lot of good things coming in. You're going to hold it together. You got a lot of good information coming in. This situation is not going to be like, cotton candy and sunshine and whatever you want to say. It's not going to be the easiest thing, but it's going to definitely work out in your favor. You're going to learn a lot as you keep going. You know enough at this point that you're valid where you are. You're going to learn more as you keep going forward. This is going to be one of those long-term situations you're going to be into for a while. That's why I said long-term. But I feel like you got more to learn as you keep going, and you're going to be successful with it. There's a lot coming in. I just wouldn't waste your energy on somebody who doesn't really want to work with you. The more you center on like what you want, again, stay open, but don't pursue that one. I get like you're going to hold it together. People are going to like welcome you in. People are going to be very thankful and happy that you're a part of the situation. In the beginning, you will not be more important than the person in your way. As time passes, you probably will be more important than the person who stands in your way. Keep that in mind as well. Are we good? I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.